Hello everybody, I am Mihkel and today we are going to watch the day 2 of the Advent of Code of 2024. It is December 2nd and let's see what's the today's puzzle was. Today was day 2, red-nosed reports. So there are some reindeer nuclear fission plants. And so in our example is that we have this kind of input. It consists of numbers in separate lists. So this example contains 6 reports, each containing 5 levels. And we need to check whether this report is accurate or not. So it is that is everything decreasing or everything increasing, but it can only increase or decrease by maximum of 3 digits. For example, the first one 76421 is safe. The second one is unsafe because over here is too big increase. The next one is also unsafe because between 6 and 2 it is an increase of 4. And this is unsafe because this number 2 does not belong here. This one is unsafe because there's a double 4s over here, and this one is safe. All right, and then we need to count how many safe reports we have. All right, let's try to do it. I will take my test data and let's see where my Visual Studio is. All right, let's do day 2. Let's make some new file. Let's call it main.python. Let's bring it over here. Let's remove these things and let's put the input data over here. All right, so first thing, let's see that everything works. Let's do print hello and let's see for x in open input.txt. Let's see print x.strip. Let's see if everything works. So let's see if we can have the input printed out over here. Yes, very good. So with our exercise is the thing that we need to just count them up. Sum equals 0 and somehow we have to print over here the sum of the valid inputs somehow. And what we could do is that we need to separate the values somehow. So maybe we could do that. We have to do that x.strip. Let's remove the new line from there, and also let's split it so that it is array of strings like that, but we would like it to be integer. Currently it's only the list of strings, but we'd like it to be integers. Let's do it like that. Int equals int val for val in x. All right, and let's see what the ints will be. All right, the sum is not working currently. Let's see if we have integer values, array of integers. So what it is, let's maybe just create a new variable. Let's call it var and let it be like that. All right, let's check it out what it will do. Yes, so we have a list of integers over here. Very good. So probably now we should make some new method that will just return yes or no or 0 or 1 if this is a valid input that is over here. All right, maybe let's call the new method analyze, and it will get an input of integer array. Let's call it input. All right, so here is going to be our logic, and yeah, over here we can put just sum plus equals analyze, and over here ints, and we don't need to print it. And so here is where the logic is going. So now when looking at the data, you can see that some of them are, you need to see if they are both increasing or decreasing. So we could make some Boolean value that that tells whether it's increasing or decreasing. But I think that the good thing would be just like to reverse the list. Let's say it doesn't really matter if you do only increase or decreased ones, but just somehow we have to. I think like one thing should be reversed, and so how could we do it? It is well, we could do like if input 0 is bigger than input 1, for example. But we could also do that. You can see it from the second part that we could just check the first one with the second one, but we could also do that. We compare the first one to the last one. This is more important in the second part of the video, and so the second puzzle part. So maybe let's call that we compare the first element with the last element, so that it would go length of input minus 1. So we compare the first one with the last one, and if so some of them we would like to reverse. So let's put it like that, that input equals list reversed. So this was some kind of Python command how we can reverse the list. And yeah, let's see that everything works. Yeah, let's see how our lists are going right now. All right, yes. We don't have this sum analyze right now. So where are our inputs? Oh yes. We have to call the method. So in the later time, this method will return us our result. But all right. So all of the lists that they are now increasing lists. Yeah. So now we need to find some logic. So let's think about some logic. It should be that. So we need to iterate from the beginning to the end, and we need to check one by one whether it is bigger, and it is bigger just like by three elements. All right. How could we do it? First, we have to iterate. So it is, let's say, for I in range length input. And we also want to compare one element with the next one. So let's iterate not until the end, but just like length of the input minus 1. All right. And now let's see. Now we have to do some conditional logic. So maybe it's if input I don't know, if input I is how to do it, smaller. No, let actually it doesn't matter. Let's do that. It is no. Let's do it that this statement will return 0, and if there's some bad statement, then it will return 0, but in the end it will return true. So let's say that if input 1 is bigger or equal to input I plus 1, or so it is that input I plus 1 minus input I is bigger than 3. So that is input I plus 1, input I plus 1 minus input I is bigger than 3, then return 0, and yeah, and if we are done with the for loops and no zeros were returned, then return 1. All right, that should be it. And let's see, let's see this. If we put sum plus analyze. All right. Let's see where our input is. Let's put the input over here and let's try to test it. All right. So we had with the test data, we had a 6 input, and if it returns 4, it returned only 2. Why did it return only 2? Let's see what's going on. Maybe let's debug it. What was the issue over here? So, well, this one definitely should return 0. All right, let's do another time. This one should also definitely return 0. This one should also return 0, I can see. Yes. And this one also should return 0. Yes. So with our test data, it was that only 2 reports are safe. All right, and let's see if we can get our real data. Then let's put the real data over here. All right, let's remove the breakpoint. Yes, I used the wrong file. Yes, all right. 686. This is the correct answer for my puzzle. All right, we managed to do the part 1 of our puzzle. So let's try to do the part 2. Now the part 2 is a little bit more trickier. It is that what says in part 2? The engineers are surprised by the low number of safe reports. That is not really a low number. That's more than half of them. Until they realize they forgot to tell you about the problem dampener. The problem dampener is a reactor mounted module that lets the reactor safely tolerate a single bad level. So yeah, with the second problem is that we have some kind of single bad level is tolerated. Now it says that the same rules apply. Expect if removing a single level from an unsafe report would make it safe. So what it is that the first input was still safe. The second is unsafe. The third one is also unsafe, but the fourth one is safe if you remove the level 3 over here. If you remove one element, then it's safe. And the fifth one is also that if you move 4, then it's also safe. Now, yeah, so now we have to figure out how can we remove some elements. So So yeah, the second part is a little bit more trickier. What would I do is that, so what we have, so I'm glad that we do that, we already reversed the list, so we can so we don't have a conditional logic twice over here. So that is good. What will I do is that with this input logic, what kind of elements should we check? We should check the, I will do it like that, if everything is good, like it was before, then just return 1. But it is that if this condition fails, then it goes over here, return 0. So we need to put some more conditional logic over here, to over here. And how would I do it? Well, I will do it that I would just like make a new method. It is similar to this one, but just like we just like create an input that inside the input one element is removed, and just we do this kind of same logic over here like twice, but just like the input is something that one element is removed from the input, and if it gives a good result, then we return 1, but if bad result, then we return 0. All right, let's do one more method. I would say analyze with removal, maybe AVR analyze with removal. Let's put the same thing, input, and well, it kind of the same method that's over here. So I'm just kind of copying it. Yeah, analyze with the result. It's just like it will take an input, but over here where we did the last trick, over here. How could we do? What kind of we could check different elements. We could check that if the list will get removed the first element, if the list will get removed the last element, or if the list will get removed like the ith element or ith plus 1 element. So how we could do, like let's say that we have some variables last removed. Maybe let's say that it is like that the starting index, and we just like remove the last one -1. Then let's do first removed it. Yes, it is input over here. Let's put input. First remove is input 1 to the end. Then next one is ith removed. So how we could do that? It is input from 0 to the how many? Let's test it. If we put I -1 plus input. Now we will start. So we are just like connecting two inputs. So we're just like connecting two arrays together over here, and just like put. So yeah, so this is like one input. It starts from 0 to element I -1, and plus the other input that starts at the index of y. And let's see if we have I plus 1 removed. So this one is input. So this is, let's see, it is until the index of I, and plus input of I plus 1. Let's see if they are working, and then we can check it. And now we have to just make one more thing. It is if AVR last removed or AVR first removed or AVR ith removed or AVR I plus 1 removed. If either one of them returns a positive result, then return 1 and else return 0. All right. So my input is still the live input. All right, very good. And now let's just debug if I got these things right. All right, let's debug it. So let's debug it. I will bring it up over here. I don't need this watch. So over here the input is like this. First removed, the element 3 is removed. Last removed, nicely the last removed also works. I plus 1 removed, so if the input is like that, it is I is 4, then I plus 1 removed, it is 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I plus 1 removed did not remove the one that we wanted. We wanted I plus 1 to remove the fifth element. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. So I plus 1 is not good. Ith removed is also not that we want. Ith removed should have been that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ith remove should have been that the 11th, the number 11 would have been removed. Ith remove, so probably it should be until I, and over here I plus 1, and over here is I plus 1 until I plus 2. All right, let's see it now. All right, actually I already got the answer. The 717, this is the correct answer for me. And yeah, this is the puzzle. Yeah, the second part was a little bit more trickier than the first one. So yeah, I needed to think. Yeah, this thing that you need to analyze whether it is this one that you could just like analyze the first element with the last element, then it's then you can see if it's reversed or not. If you just analyze the first element with the second element, then it might not work for the part 2. So yeah, this was the day 2 of the Advent of Code challenge. I hope you liked it, and let's see you tomorrow.